it is time for the Jump's mid-season awards. It's not who's going to win at the end of the season, but who deserves recognition if the award was given out right now. It's the most awards reform. This is the only thing I have power to do. This is all I got. We begin with, of course, most valuable player. According to Caesars William Hill, LeBron James is now the current favorite, with Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic rounding out the top three. Well, at the beginning of the season, it was Luka.
Yeah.
And again, I always want to say about betting houses, their favorite is who they think they can take the most money on. It's not a basketball analysis.
That's why Luka's card went for $4 million.
There you go. So, Paul, you tweeted out your MVP rankings earlier this week. Who is your midseason MVP?
Yeah, right now it's Joel Embiid.
Okay.
I mean, he has the top spot in the Eastern Conference. He's been dominant. The way he's transformed his game, his body, his mental. He's giving you 30 and 11. And yeah, people are going to say, well, Joker's doing this, Luka's doing that, LeBron's doing this. This guy has been flat out dominant because before the season, I didn't see the 76ers being in this spot. Yeah, I had them at the top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference. I thought they really lost a couple years when they lost out to Jimmy Butler, J.J. Redick. Yeah, they got Seth Curry. You know, they got some shooting over there, but I just didn't see this team to be in the top spot in the Eastern Conference, and it's all because of this guy being as dominant as he has. He's been consistent, he's been reliable, and he has them right where they need to be in the Eastern Conference, and that's right on the top.
So I got Joel Embiid second. I really do. Joel Embiid is like, when you watch the Lakers go through that little 4-game stretch, you're like, oh, this is Embiid, and Embiid had a 50 ball, and Ben Simmons, who was out a little bit, is back. So I just, for me right now, watching what LeBron James has done early on, again, prior to that 4-game stretch, they were the #1 team. Now they've won two. Two starters, but that's what MVPs typically step up in those moments, right? And so, you know, they struggled. As soon as they got Schroeder back, they go and blow out the Warriors. They go blow out Portland. So I still think it's LeBron.
What they do last night?
Well, look, they lost to the Phoenix Suns, but I'm going to say it is a very, very, very close race.
It is close.
It is very close.
Like LeBron, he's the best player. No, listen, LeBron is the best player in the game. He's the best player in the game, right?
Fair.
And if we're going to say that, even though you lose AD, you lose Schroeder, you find a way to keep your teams afloat.
Yeah.
Now, he's a little older. He hasn't done that. You know, I think their record is more like 6-4 or 7-5 since AD's been out. And so he took a step back for the last couple of weeks. So when AD comes back and they start winning, he'll be back there. But Joel Embiid is there for me. And even Harden, I have to put Harden in there. I mean, no KD. Kyrie's you don't know when he's going to show up. You know what type of mood he's going to be in that day.
Kyrie has played very well.
He's played very well. Nothing against his game, but you just know you don't know when he's going to be in and out the lineup. And like I said, they've been 7 games together, and Harden is reliable, and you know what other ability? He's available.
And the things that
you have to put him in there too.
The things that James Harden has done since the moment he showed up with the Nets have been historic. Right, it was like it's been over the top. He's already second all time in triple doubles. I think it's really, really close.
It's close.
It's very, very close. No one knows.
It's going to change week in and week out for me, just so you guys know. Well, next week it could be LeBron, Harden, Embiid, but right now it's Embiid.
Well, let's move on to Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy Gobert has won the award twice before. Ben Simmons has called himself the best defensive player in the league. LeBron James only second to Gobert in defensive win shares, which, Richard, I know is a stat you follow religiously.
Yeah, really closely.
Who you got? DPOY.
Me, I think Rudy Gobert. I think the Utah Jazz, having gone through the toughest part of their schedule, having dominated the league, the league, and we're not going to throw out excuses or anything.
No.
They have like rebounding, like you go through down the stats, and they are top 2 or 3 in offense and defense and 3-point shot. They're crushing, and so I think the anchor of their defense is Rudy Gobert. He's been that guy. I think the first team. I think you would go Ben Simmons is close. I think Joel Embiid gets some votes, but I think it's Rudy Gobert.
This is my thing. Like,
tell me your thing.
We judge the defensive win shares. Like, to me, the defensive player of the year, you gotta pass the eye test for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ben Simmons, I haven't watched him enough to say he's a great defender, but like when I see the eye test, I'm not seeing those guys.
He's a great defender.
Like, he's a great defender, but like the defenders in my era, when you see the Gary Paytons picking up full court, like up in you, like, like I'm on you. I'm like Tony Allen. When we see guys like that, just no breathing room. I don't see that from the perimeter guys these days. And so when I say Defensive Player of the Year, from a perimeter guy, I like to see those type of intangibles, the steals, the not giving any guy any room. So for me, it's Rudy Gobert because he clogs up the lane and it's tough to score over him. For a perimeter guy, I just don't see that today. Like a Pat Beverly, he's not giving you no space.
I'll say this and we'll move on.
And the stats may say otherwise.
Ben Simmons is
very
very, very close to that because when we talk about positionless basketball, he gets into players 1 through 5 because he's 6'10". That's all I'm going to say.
Let's go to Rookie of the Year, and again, this is at the mid-season.
Why are we talking about Rookie of the Year? We know who it is.
Mid-season. Well, that's what I think. Caesars William Hill lists LaMelo Ball as the overwhelming favorite. Our producers agree. He's the overwhelming favorite, and apparently you guys agree. He's the overwhelming favorite.
Congratulations, LaMelo, on your Rookie of the Year. Who was it? Stephen A. said, you are everything that your brother was promised to be.
Oh, come on.
He said it. I didn't say it.
His dad said he was going to be the best ball anyway.
He did, yeah. Well, I agree.
I mean, come on.
Whether that's true or not,
he is next level. He is box
that.
office. He is box office. There's only probably about 10 to 12 people that you would pay to go see, that you would tune in to watch. And take hype away, LaMelo Ball is that guy, in my opinion.
Yeah,
he's one of those guys.
I agree. I mean, look at the path he took, though. You know, leaving high school. So, do more youngins take this path?
Well, that is certainly true. Went outside the traditional, not just college, but outside the traditional high school route.
He's been playing pro ball since.
Yeah, if you got a brother that's got millions of dollars to make sure everything is catered and okay for you, and all the trainers and all that other stuff.
But if I'm GM and if I'm, a high school guy or a coach or a father, I'm looking at the route because look at Luka. He's been pro since 14, and look where he is. Look at LaMelo. He went pro out of high school, went overseas and played a couple years. And so is this the new path that are we going to see younger talent
My kid is 5 years old, and I've already thought about putting him in the IMG Academy. The IMG Academy, if they only take players at 7. Like, this is like Juilliard. If you can play the piano at 7, you're off. And so I'm still waiting on the application to come back to see if my 5-year-old can go.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.